Hey there, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the L&C Podcast. I'm your one of your hosts, Lorenzo, of course. And I bet you're wondering, where's the other guy? The one that looks like a Puerto Rican. Well, Christian's not here at the moment. He's running a little late. He went to the zoo, and a child fell in the tiger enclosure. And I have no clue why he went in there. I told him it was dumb, but he's going through a phase or something. He wants to be a hero. I can respect that much. So he'll be a little late. I'm confident he'll be fine. So until then, I got you today. But actually, last minute he hooked up a just in case, special artist to appear on the show with me. Not because he wouldn't come back, but just because he might be a little late. Like what if the Tigers got his clothes or something? It's a whole lot of hoo ha. Had to go to the dry cleaners. But without further ado, I'll introduce this guest to you. Say hi to everybody, will you? Yeah. His name is Billy Notes, a professional jazz musician. But honestly, I'm sure all of you have heard of him before.
Thank
But
you so much.
you're
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it because, I've been out here some time now. I'm in my, I want to say 30th, 31st year, give or take, So I've been in the game, a few decades. And yes, your grandmother or your grandfather may have heard of me, but I'm not too familiar with with what is it, Gen Z or the millennials? What's the young people? What are they called?
I think the youngest ones are Gen Z, or at least I think they are. I
Okay,
don't know what's younger than them, but they don't matter.
but you see, you think about it, and it's kind of how you think about music, right? It's an alphabet, and Z is at the end. So you would think that Z would be the oldest, but is it actually more artful than that? Is it that Z came after A, B, C, D, E, and now we have Z, and this is the new young people. Are they going to rotate out of Generation Z and go maybe back to Y when we get a couple, new litters in the field?
No, I think I'm Generation Y. I think
Okay,
if we
then
were to have a
is it
name,
going to cycle back? How's that going to work? I'm
maybe
curious.
they'll just go back to A, or maybe they'll do like punctuation marks, maybe.
Okay,
You know?
all right. And I hate to hijack your show. That's not what I came here to do, but I came all the way from New Orleans just to show you that I know what I'm doing, and if I go on these tangents, I apologize. But I'm really passionate about what I do, and I try to bring it into every other facet of my life.
I love me some passion. I'm into it. I like it.
Okay, I love me some passion too. I do. And I was talking about the alphabet earlier. I can't remember how we got to that, but the alphabet's an amazing thing. And and what happens is at a certain point in music, the alphabet loops around. So you start with A, and let's find A on the keyboard. We got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then back to what? A again. You only got that many notes to work with until you loop back around. You do have the ones in the middle, though. You have these little middle increments,
Little black keys, the better keys
the
in some
black keys.
opinions. Mm.
Well, you know what? I'll let you take that one and run. You can run with it. I'm going to sit back and watch you either trip and fall or carry it across the finish line, but I think they're all equal. I think we're all brothers and sisters at the end of the day, and that we deserve to be treated as such. Can I get an amen? Oh, actually, this isn't the place for that, but our agnostic folks and our atheist people, y'all do you. I'm gonna do me.
Isn't amen just like Latin
Why don't
for
you ask
like
me some
I
questions
agree?
about myself? I don't know.
Um,
We got to my name. What was my name again? I know.
your name is Billy Notes.
Billy Notes. That's so
Billy
right.
Notes.
Absolutely.
That's one of
I
the
was
smoothest names I've
making sure
ever
you were
heard of.
listening at first. That's all there was.
Look, of course, I'm paying close
Oh
attention. I
yeah.
got it. We're forming this now. You are now my co-host until Christian
Oh,
gets
I'm
back from the
honored.
dry
I'm honored.
cleaners or whatever happened. Hey, I'm happy to have you here. We're gonna work this out. So
Okay.
I got a few questions. What made you get into music? What's your inspiration?
You know, like a lot of things in life, my passion was born of some very, very deep-rooted trauma that happened to me at an early age. The early age of, I want to say 65. I was tripped at a Walmart, listening to my own music. I listen back to it throughout the day, make sure it sounds good when they're out in the studio mixing it with the technology. And I was a little preoccupied, I'll admit, but some rascals, some younger than me, probably mid-20s, 30s, 40s, I don't know the numbers, but they was out there, and what they ended up doing was, I guess they were playing zigzag. That's one of the games that these TikTokers play now. It's one of the trends, and they was going crisscross in front of me, and I had my shopping cart with me too. I had a good grip on it, and one of them took out the shopping cart, right? Like they're doing with Hyundais now in Detroit, and they're just taking them for joyrides. Well, they hacked into my shopping cart, right, with a USB drive, took the bitch, pardon my language, took it right from under my hands, and the other one hacked my legs with a second USB drive, took my legs out from under me, and I guess they got a kick out of it. They made my legs go forward like I was on a banana peel, and I didn't hit the back of my head so hard, so hard that it just changed my whole frame of mind. For the better. It was traumatic because I was in and out of surgery for about 5 years after the fact. I'm 82 now. So, but these kids was ahead of their curve before the new trends was even happening. They was taking USB drives to things you didn't even think could get hacked. But man, oh man, I tell you, when I hit the ground, I felt it. I felt it like a bag of heavy items that came across the back of my head so hard. I was seeing stars, like they say, you see stars. Well, I saw at least 2 or 3, and I tell you, they was bright. They were so bright that it changed my whole state of mind. And so that music that I was listening to, I never went back. To that music. As a matter of fact, I told that guy in that studio mixing that song for me, you stop it. You stop that down right now. You go ahead and throw that in the trash, burn it, do whatever you got to do. Because I'm a new me. I'm Billy Notes now. You could say goodbye to the old. I was Billy Notes then too, but now I'm the new Billy Notes after that moment in time. And don't ask me when that was, because I don't remember. I hit my head so damn hard. So gosh damn hard. I forgot all time now. Time is just a construct that I don't understand anymore.
I get that. I fully understand that must have been tragic. So they had you like SpongeBob in a one episode when Plankton plugged his brain
Now, I
out.
don't know nothing about those. Who you said? Sponge Jim? Sponge?
You don't know SpongeBob?
Who?
It's pretty classic. It's a children's cartoon.
It's a cartoon show.
It's like it came out like late 90s.
Like the pictures, like
yeah.
Mickey and them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. I I'm a young guy. I know those things. Sure.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about.
I know
right?
exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
What you said, Sponge Billy. All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So what? He's like like he takes some dish soap to him and he gets to work in the mess hall. Is that what's going on?
I mean, he's a
Spongeton?
fry cook, so it's like close enough. He's a fry cook.
Okay.
There are some episodes where there's this one where he was used as a sponge by human hands. It's pretty abstract stuff,
I want to stop you down right now in just a moment. If you wouldn't mind, I have my keyboard with me. Like I was demonstrating the notes for you, telling you about the alphabet and whatnot. I'd like to actually, it's totally unrelated, but I'd like to debut one of my new songs, so you get a feel for my new style. I know you don't have a point of reference, but if you like it, please, I'll tell you where to go afterwards. But if I could.
Oh yeah, of course. I wasn't sure if it'd be pushing it to ask you such a thing, but I'm honored that you would bless us with such a performance live on our show. Everybody, tune in to Billy Notes.
Y'all hear that? Okay? It's a little,
turn up a little
it's a
more,
little soft.
maybe.
All
Just
right.
a little more.
Just a little bit. I'll do that right now. You hear that? I'll take it up some. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Oh, y'all don't want none of this. Oh, oh, oh. All right, I'll stop. You know, if I get
No,
carried away, I get into it. We'll be here all
that
day
was
or all
that
night
was
now.
that was that
Like I
was
said, I
pretty
don't
good.
understand time, so I think it's
That
nighttime right now.
I mean, probably somewhere, sure. You
Now,
know,
have you ever heard anything like that in your life?
never in my life.
Because
That
I'll
was
venture to guess you
fantastic.
never heard nothing like that in your life, and
Never.
that's the product of brain damage. That's what can happen to you should you find yourself on the wrong end of a sidewalk, on the back
Oh
back of your
my.
head end, or maybe the front end. But I hear not too many survive the front
Oh,
head on collision like that.
oh goodness.
Yes,
Ooh.
sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead and ask
Maybe.
away. Anything you want. You know, I'm an open book.
So I was wondering, did you, when you got hit on the head, did you have a lot of hair to protect your head,
Oh no, no, no! I
or
was bald as a bowling ball, son. I was.
oh, oh,
You want to
oh,
talk about? You want to talk about bald? They used to call me Billy Bald before I made the transition. But now these days I try to. You know, I wear wigs. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing
oh,
wrong with a
okay.
wig, a toupee,
I mean,
something.
there's nothing wrong with being bald. You just let it
I think
shine,
there
you
is
know?
because it really I maybe if it cushioned the blow like you was saying, I could might could have been even smarter now. But now I don't understand time. Now I don't know what hours or minutes are. You know, I know how to say the words, but I don't know what they mean. You know, the comprehension is just gone. So if that was
Oh,
one thing I could keep, and if a couple pieces of hair even could have kept it for me, it would have been to understand what a clock is and how that thing works.
no, I definitely get
I hope
that.
you're
I
not
mean,
laughing because
honestly,
this
no,
is
no,
serious to me. This
I would
is
never laugh.
this is
I
kind
would
of the
never.
emotional starting point of all my material.
No, I smile when people. I just love
You
when
seem very
people are
joyful. You know,
so
I got a joyful
open.
song
Yo,
for you if you'd like to listen. If you care to listen, I got a real joyful song that I
I
think you
would.
might like.
I'd love to hear it. I'd love to
Okay,
hear
all
it.
right.
Let's hear
Let
it.
me take you back for a second because some people may have heard this one before, but it's an original composition. It's an original
Oh,
composition. I like to call this one. Mat Kids. Mat Kids. All right.
oh,
It's some
oh,
kids
okay.
playing on a mat. You know, like we used to do back in the day at the daycare
Oh,
center, right?
oh
You know.
yeah.
It's a short one. It's a short one, but you know, if you get
It's a
jazzy,
good one.
you get jazzy with it. You know, there's all kinds of different ways you can play with it. You know, it's not real strict to any one rhythm or style. It's a very malleable is a word I like to say in these cases. It's a very malleable song.
Oh, it's a bop. I like it. I would play
A
that on the
bop,
way
what's
to
that
work.
now? That's what the Sponge
It,
guy, Sponge Bop.
oh no, it's real good. It's a really good song. It's
Okay,
a very good song.
okay then.
Well done. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'd listen to that. I'd get up. I'd
I'm
get
gonna
up in
use
the
that from now
morning.
on. A
I'd just
bop.
play that.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like the sound of
yeah,
that. A
yeah,
bop. Like I
yeah,
got bopped on the back of my head, and that's why I play so
yeah,
well.
yeah.
I like that. I
Exactly,
like that.
exactly.
Okay,
That's
all
actually
right.
where it stems from. That's actually where it stems
Oh,
from.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're not just
There was
making that
one.
up now to make me feel better
Oh
about
no,
myself
oh
because
no.
I feel
There
very
was.
confident in my
Oh
shoes
no,
and in my craft.
no.
You
There
don't have
was
to make
one
some mess up
guy.
for me.
Absolutely not. I would never. No.
Okay, I
There,
should hope
there's
not. But I would
there's
be
one guy
flattered
that
if you
got
did.
bopped
I would be
before you.
flattered if you did.
Have you heard of Bobby Bop? Bobby
Bobby
Bop?
Bop? No, I have not.
Bobby
Is
Bop.
that?
Oh,
It's the same
his
as
full
Millie
name's
Wop. There's a
oh,
lot of
oh,
ops out there.
oh.
There's a
His
lo-
full name's Bobby Bop Top. He was the first artist to get bopped in the head. Actually,
Really?
uh, he invented scat playing with the
No kidding.
keyboard.
That's
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
favorite
yeah,
thing. Can I tell you?
yeah,
I don't do it
yeah,
so well. I don't do it so I won't pretend that I can scat sing for you now, but that
yeah,
is one of my favorite variations on jazz that I like to
yeah,
enjoy myself.
yeah, yeah. He invented instrument, especially keyboard scat. Bobby
Okay.
Bop Top. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Very
Pretty,
nice.
yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't know, but I feel like it's so
Like
crucial
Scooby Doo
to the
Bop Bop
history.
I know all about it. I've been there and back. Been there and then some. I'm a young man, like I said, but I know my stuff. I know my stuff.
Of course, of course. I can
Yeah.
see it in your
When you don't
in your
understand
music.
time, you're a young man forever. Can I get an amen? You just remain
Hey,
young.
hey, hey,
Eternal
hey,
youth,
indeed,
I like to
indeed,
say. I'm
indeed.
eternally young.
Youth is what you want it to be,
It's
right?
what I have, and it's here to stay. My youth.
Indeed, indeed.
Can
You'll
I play
be
you a song
40.
called Youth that I just made right now on the fly?
I would love it.
You
I would
know,
love to hear it.
and it wasn't just now, but I was thinking about the concept of youth and how,
Oh, oh,
sometimes people want to get it back. But really what they
oh,
don't know, and this one has lyrics to it now because,
oh,
I'll go ahead and show you my expanded range.
oh.
This song and we go back, it's talking about how people want their youth back and they just can't get it. But there's one way to unlock it in yourself. There's one way to unlock your youth again, all right? I'm going to go ahead and hit you with it now.
Hit us.
Youth ain't something you can get back. Oh, that's what they tell you at least. But I'm here to tell you now that youth can be yours again if you just fall backward on your head. In a Walmart, in a Walmart, in the grocery store. Don't matter, don't have to be a Walmart. Could be a Shoppers or a Safeway. Don't matter to me where you fall, as long as you fall on the back of your head. Okay, and that's the song, start to finish. And like I said, I've been workshopping for a while now. It's not something come off the fly quite,
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I'm out of breath. Sorry, I'm winded.
Oh, it's sorry. It happens.
I'm winded. I'm a young man. I run out of breath very quickly.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're young, it happens. It happens to the best of us, to the youngest of us.
And I am the very best of us. Thank you so much for saying. I am flattered, but you don't have to say that for me. Don't feel like you need to say something like that for me.
I'm talking about both of us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all
both
right.
of us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're the best at what you do. I'm the best at what I do. We're both the best. The very best, like no one ever was. If you
Absolutely. I've charted all over the place. Just about every country known to man. Just about every, especially in Ethiopia. In Ethiopia, I've charted extensively, and I attribute that to my willingness to go up to the audience after, and sort of hand select the females that I think deserve a visa, that I think deserve to live in my compound with me in my mansion, and they each they get a room of their own. They're living large, and what I do with them is I say, here's a key, here's the key to your room. I'm going to hold on to this, but I'm going to put you in the room, and it locks from the outside. So you can't twist the lock from the inside because it's on the outside, and I have the key now. You've seen the key. I have it in my back pocket at all times because when I come back, you're getting out, but you're getting out on one term and my terms only, and they know what to do. They know what to do to get out. I won't get into it here.
Billy, I didn't know this.
You ever heard of Robert Sylvester Kelly? He and I, we go way back too. He's a young man. Poor guy, he finally hit his head so hard he forgot how to read. He did. And you know what? Part of me thinks he was lying about that and that he couldn't read from the beginning. But that stays here between you and I, right? We aren't live yet, are we? This is private intel. This is celebrity gossip.
Of course. Is there any other information that you want to get off your chest before we go live?
Oh yeah, no. And MJ, he and I, we're thick as thieves. MJ and I. MJ, the big M, we used to call him. That glove of his, that's been places. That's been some ungodly places. That glove. And he don't take it off neither. It stayed right there on his hand, and it done been to whence no man can return.
Oh my. Oh God.
Yes, sir. I'm talking about inside of little, I'll say B's and G's for the people, and they could put it together, but they was real tiny, younger than I am. He was, but he had some great music though. He had some fantastic music, and I'm gonna tell you right now, no amount of child M word, I think could ever could ever, keep him down. You
Ooh,
know,
uh, I'll leave that to you. Any other big names that
it was
that you
mainly
used
just
to
the
hang
three of
with?
us. It was,
Oh, oh,
rolling
oh,
around
oh,
L.A. and like I said, I'm from Louisiana.
oh,
Louisiana
oh,
here,
that.
so we go down New Orleans and ride around, have some canes, chicken fingers and French fries and some cane sauce. Oh boy, we ran deep for a while. We sure did until they went and died. R. Kelly ain't dead yet, but his career I think is in the shitter
Oh
right now.
yeah,
It's a
he's
good thing so many people know about me though. I carry on his legacy. As best I can.
Oh, you didn't hang with any Weinsteins or Epsteins or
Woody Allen. Woody
Trumpitos?
Allen is a
Oh,
great filmaker. Great
oh,
film
Woody.
artist. He actually
Oh,
commissioned me to write a few scores of his for some of his movies, but something about it didn't sit right with me. It just seemed like he had a different style, a different approach. It's kind of he's more of a funny guy. I'm more serious with
oh,
my work. My work is not meant to be laughed at or laughed
oh,
over.
gotcha.
You understand?
Interesting, very interesting stuff.
And then of
Wow,
course,
all
yeah, Harvey
these.
Weinstein and Bill Clinton and what was that other
Oh,
fella? That other fella went and got
Trumpito.
in the prison. Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my goodness,
Oh yeah,
how could
yeah,
I
yeah,
have?
yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you got an opinion on Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh, that was wild. He definitely didn't kill himself. I'll tell you that much. So you
It's
know,
funny because I have this like really very nice property. Like I said, I bring all my fine women from overseas and keep them there. You know, and we
do
got
you
contracts and everything. It's all legal. It's above board. But I tell you, Jeffrey Epstein had this beautiful island. And he had his own planes. He had people on his plane. Bill Gates on these planes. These white people I thought I'd never meet in my life. The president of the United States on this plane to this magnificent island, and it was like a resort like you've never seen in your life. And all these girls running around half naked and oh my goodness, I was in over my head. I didn't know what to do. I kept my hands to myself. Just because there's all these white people running around with all these half naked girls, I didn't know what to touch, what to look at, what I just kept my head down and my sunglasses on. And MJ went and handed me one of his gloves. He keeps extras on standby. He handed me actually a pair I got to wear just so I made sure I didn't leave any evidence behind. But man, was it a gorgeous island. And if I was feeling more myself, maybe I would have engaged in some of that behavior. But not that
yeah.
day, not
Oh,
that day. I was graced enough to have been there at least once. I have
oh,
pictures to show for it too if we want to get at those maybe next time. I have
oh
my
yeah, of
I have
course,
my
of course.
grandson
You should
pull up the.
email. You should email those to me
Okay.
immediately. I'm
Okay
not
then.
gonna turn them. I'm not gonna show anybody. I'm not gonna show detectives or anything like that.
Well,
But
we weren't even
of
talking about
course,
that, but I'm so glad you wanted to reinforce
no,
that
yeah,
that's not something that you're gonna do.
yeah, of course. I want you to trust me. Of course, I
Absolutely,
want you
I
to understand
trust you. I trust you like a brother. You know why? Because you're sitting here, you're doing this podcast alone by yourself, and it's just me and you. And I feel like we have a connection now. I feel like I want to bring you in on some of the things I've been talking about today. If you're interested, I wouldn't force them upon you, but say you're not interested, I will have to take action. Meaning, I will have to potentially release compromising information that my agent and others have already collected on you prior, just to make sure you're not one of these rats out here in these streets going telling tales out of school about Lolita Island and or the Lolita Express and shit like that. You know what I mean? I just want to make
uh,
sure it's all above board and that we don't have no issues after.
I mean, what type of information would they have on me?
I actually have a song about that. If you'd be interested in hearing,
Oh,
the song I wrote about
I'd,
just that.
I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it.
It's called information. It's called information because I have a ton of information on a ton of people, and I would love to share it with you now. I'd love
Oh,
to share
let's.
with you now. It's just vague enough that I think no names or no people be exposed to the degree that would harm them or others. All right.
Gotcha.
people do crazy things, and I've seen it all. Touching little boys and girls behind closed doors. Oh, I wish I didn't see it like I did. But it's a good thing I always keep a camcorder on standby just in case one of them tries to turn against me. And I sent it to the New York Times. You know, now I think about it, there were no names in that one, no names, but, you know, it's just a tale of my journey as a musician and as an artist from now until, from then until now. What I've learned to do, you know, when you're in a precarious situation, you see things happening in front of you, and you see things going on to your left or to your right or to your forward or backward, you know, and it looks a little unscrupulous. And I'm not quite sure what that word means, but it sounded right for that situation, for that one scenario. It's good to have some evidence on some people, and that's all I'll say. It's good to have some evidence.
I could see that depending on the people, you know. I could see that.
Yeah. Maybe you hadn't met nobody like that quite yet, you know. But in the future, you know, if you was to record something, I would say probably just have it out. You know, everyone's got one of them fancy camera phones now, and the you know, the doodads and the headphones record, and you know, the tape recorders and all that. So it's always a good idea to have one nearby.
Of course.
Especially at a conference or at a nonprofit event, where, you know, where a lot of people's gonna be.
Oh, a lot of people that visit the island, or like
Oh, sure, yeah, that too.
Oh,
of course.
Of course, yeah.
It's Little St. James. How could I forget? I said Lolita. Lolita's the plane we took there. Little St. James was the destination, and boy, oh boy, was it magnificent. It was not little, I'll tell you that. It was not little.
Oh,
there's a big old island with a ton of people who may or may not have been underage. But again, I don't know much about time, and the way they look to me, they just look, you know, they look a kind of way. They look a kind of way that I could say, hey, maybe have some cameras on standby. Maybe have a couple drives ready to go. Offload that information and take it back with us, just in case. You know, and there's nothing against Jeffrey. I hope he's well. But it's mostly because, you know, I want to make sure at the end of the day, when somebody, if they get in their feelings about something, or if they hit their head the wrong way, not the right way like I did, but they hit their head the wrong way, and they decide, hey, you know, Billy Notes, that guy, he on something. We gotta can his ass. I get to say, hey, you know what, Jeffrey, you're a good man, and I know you are. So I want you to sit back and rethink your actions while watching the full feature film I've documented on your you know, on what's been going on behind the scenes at Little St. James.
Where could I get such a movie? You think you could email that to me as well?
I could if you like. I could. Absolutely. I work on that now.
Yeah. I'm also not going to send that to any
I'll work on that
or anything like that.
I'll get somebody on that in the background, because I don't know too much about the technology now. I don't know. I had my grandson in here. He set up all the you know, equipment to record me now. But
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. Just send it. I'll remind you to send it. If not now, right after our interview.
No, absolutely, I will. Without a doubt. Well, I won't, but somebody will. And if they don't, right, you better get after me. I tell you, if they don't, you come to me directly. Not that you'll be able to get a hold of me, because, again, I don't know how to work my phone now all the time, but we'll find a way. Telepathically. Hit your head the right way. It hits your head the right way, we communicate. I have that with a couple people who hit their heads too, or I at least suspect, because they talk to me every day. They talk to me in the back of my head. It comes from the back. The voices I hear, and they just we have a good old time. You know, we talk about you know, yesterday I was sitting back with Jimmy and Aretha, the three of us together like a gang. You know, in the back of my head, just sitting back laughing, having a holler about you know, about Kelly and all the shenanigans we used to get up to, you know. You hit your head the right way, maybe you join us. Maybe you join us sometime.
Does everyone that you hang with, do they all know about your pastimes
You
and
know, and it could
such?
have been yesterday or it could have been a year ago. Again, I don't understand time quite so well, but um, everybody I know, and maybe you too, if you're interested. Like I said, I won't force your hand, but if you say no, I will be collecting evidence on you. I will be
Oh,
collecting
oh, yeah.
evidence on you.
That's
It could be
understandable. You
anything from
gotta.
maybe you took a little from the tip jar on your way out of a Starbucks, or maybe it was maybe somebody asked for a donation and you said no and you spit on them and kicked them in the street and they got hit by oncoming traffic. Stuff, little tiny things like that. I have videos. I
Have
have
you
my people in the
have
background.
have you done any of that?
You know what? I'm not comfortable saying that on film, but if you want to come
Oh,
by,
oh,
when you do say yes, because you really have no option, we'll talk all about it there. We'll talk all about it there.
oh.
Yeah, we
Okay.
will.
That's yeah.
Uh
Sounds
huh.
like a move.
A move. What's that now? We we we
Oh,
we we selling
like
the
a
house now?
like a plan or like a
Okay, a
date. You
plan. It
know?
does sound like a
Yeah,
plan,
yeah.
Stan. I love that. I love that. Is that a new thing? I'm so young. Sometimes I miss the new things.
Oh yeah, I get it when you're too young and you're so ahead
I'm
of the new things.
such a young man.
Of course, I get
You
it.
know what?
Of course.
Well, in the spirit of
Mm.
rejuvenation, I'd like to play at least one more song for you, if I might.
Hey,
One more,
I'd love to hear it.
one more
I'd love to
too.
hear it.
All
Yeah.
right, all right. This one I call rejuvenate.
Oh, okay.
Rejuvenate yourself. Oh, dip into the fountain of youth. Take a sip of water. Take a good long sip until you can't no more, until you gotta go pee. You took so much of a sip of that water now. And then when your bladder's nice and full and you gotta get it out your system, I want you to think back on your life and tell me now. Tell me it's not something that you wish you could do all over again. Go and pee on the potty, on the training potty with mom and dad. Learning how to do things all over again from start to finish now, baby. That's an emotional one for me. It takes me back.
No, yeah, I could
You know,
tell
when your
that
bladder gets
was
so
yeah,
full that you don't know what to do. And you're not in pull-ups no
yeah,
more. You're not in pull-ups no more.
yeah. Of course not.
I saw a
Of
couple
course not.
people
You're
on Little
young, but
St.
not.
James in pull-ups. It got me a little worried. On Little St. James, but I didn't go near them. I
Oh,
did get
that's
some
probably
video of
best,
Bill though.
honestly.
Bill went near a couple. The president of the
Oh
United, he
no.
went near a couple, but it and that scared me. But you know what? I had to say, Billy, calm down, take a deep breath. Michael's here. He's touching your crotch. That's a little funny, but it's the two of us against them, and we got the evidence.
Woo.
All right.
That sounds like an incredible story.
I tell the people where to find me now, but I don't know much about technology or the links, URLs, the whole alphabet these days. Technology, I don't know none of it. But if you hit your head the right way, maybe you find my music. If you look up Billy Notes on a Sunday and your head's throbbing because you slipped on some store brand Coca-Cola and spilled off the shelf, and you're at a Wise Markets or a Kroger, and you had your headphones in, maybe Siri might hook you up and send you my way. Maybe she might play a little Billy Notes
Oh,
for you when you're on the ground in pain, in peril, when the EMT's on
that's
their way. And I pray they get there
I
in time too, because I'd like you to live to listen to my music. I
I
got a
couldn't
Patreon too and a
imagine.
GoFundMe. Please, y'all. Hard times have befell me. Hard times
Uh,
have befallen me. I don't know why. I do the right thing. I've been doing the right thing since day one.
Ooh, goodness, Billy. Goodness. Well, I guess we'll see how your album sales turn out. I'm sure that you'll get a decent amount of traffic
Thank you so much, by the way. This is
after
such a
this
big show.
podcast.
This is the first
Oh no,
big
of
show I've done
course.
in quite a while that I can remember.
Oh,
Or maybe I did one yesterday. I don't remember, but I tell you what, this was fun. This was fun. I'd love
uh,
to do it again sometime. And maybe
I'm glad.
maybe my voice will kind of sort itself out and I figure out kind of what my whole thing is and what's going on here. But I think this was a great start on the what is this the ABC
Uh,
podcast, right? All right.
yeah. That'll work.
ABC
That'll work.
podcast now. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. These new radio
Uh,
shows, man, I don't understand them, but I love them. I love them.
uh, yeah. Just make sure your grandson sends all of that, all of those links and videos and
Okay, then.
information
Oh,
to
all
me.
right. I'll
Yeah.
get Cedric on that now.
Oh yeah.
That's
All
Cedric
right.
the
Well,
Entertainer. I'll get him. I'll get him going
that's
on
your
those.
just your
I'll
grandson.
get him going on on those attachments and the emails and the whatnot.
I, I appreciate it. Well, it was nice talking to you.
Of course.
Of course. All
The
right.
pleasure
You
was all
you
mine. All mine. All right
yes,
now.
yes, of course. All
Bye
right,
bye.
bye. Bye. I gotta make a call. Hello, 911. We got a monster out here. Uh, his grandson sending me mad information. And when I get it, I'm gonna give it to y'all. His name is Billy Notes. He has to go down. He has to go down. This man is sick. He's telling me so much information on my live stream podcast you wouldn't believe. But once I get all this video evidence, it's coming right to y'all. But you find him, and I'll provide the information. Uh, we'll work together. I want a cash reward, by the way, because I'm not going to do y'all job for free, you bunch of lames. But he is sick, so y'all should get him. Like, damn, where the hell is Christian at? This is crazy. How the hell he booked this guy? Now I gotta call this man. Where the hell is he at? Mm-mm-mm. He's been at. See, senor. Scrolling, looking for this man. Where in the world is he? All right, just give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna call him. We'll see if he picks up. So, we're definitely. Hello? Hey, where you at?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm on. It looks like I'm
Oh, oh. Hop on, hop on the chat. We got a lot to talk about. We gotta. He was a. Did you know anything about him before you sent
Here,
him?
I'm here now.
All right,
Okay,
all
I'll
right,
let you
got
go.
you.
Oh my
All
God,
right.
what a mess.
Hey,
95.
how'd
I
it
tell you,
go?
you never get where you need to go when you want to.
Yeah,
Well,
I believe
95.
it. Did you know anything about Billy before you sent him?
Yeah, I thought I sent you the questions. We wanted to learn about Epstein and all the crazy shit he's seen. You know.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was a setup.
Okay.
It was a setup.
Oh yeah.
It was supposed to be kind of like a gotcha thing, our first gotcha interview. That's why I dressed up, you know, so that because I wanted to look nice when Chris Hansen would come out from. Did he come? Was he on?
Chris Hansen?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't. He didn't come. I might not have got
I
those
told Chris, I
emails.
said, Chris, you know, the door's unlocked. I might be late, but he must have knocked and nobody answered and he got scared. Fuck.
I guess, yeah.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, I had
no,
the
Billy
closet
was
all set up for him too with the coffee in
he's a-
there.
That
Damn
man's a
it.
piece of work. He said his grandson's gonna send me a bunch of videos and information, and I already called. I called the authorities.
I don't
on
think you
him,
will.
so-
Something tells
No?
me you won't. Yeah, I think that's a front.
Oh damn. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we have admissions on video evidence, so it's like
Okay. All right, good.
it's fine.
Good.
It's
There's
fine.
that at least. We got him on video, you're saying?
Yeah. He was confessing everything. We got like.
Was it
anyone
just
who's
audio or
watching
did we
currently-
get video too?
Oh, video. We got audio and video.
We got video. Are you sure? Because
I
I'll
think
watch
we
it back.
got video.
Was he on the
We
screen?
might not. We might not have video. It was
Fucking
just
A,
audio.
Lorenzo. God damn it. That was our one
But-
opportunity. We were going to go viral off of that. We were going to go
we'll figure
viral
it
off
out.
of this. It was going to carry
You know
us to
what?
like number 2 at least on trending.
You
This
know
is
what?
Billy Notes.
he offered us to tour his place, and
Fuck.
we could do another sting
You telling me I'm
operation.
wearing this stupid beret and these sunglasses and we didn't even get fucking video of the guy?
We could wear a wire, and we could go in there, and we'll be headphones.
So we're gonna have to do it again?
We'll have to
God.
do it again. Yeah, we'll have to do it.
Maybe I'll be there this time though. It's my fault. It's
I
my fault.
mean-
I'm usually in charge of this stuff, you know. But
But let's say I'll go in with a wire and a camera. We'll have a button camera, and the wire will be like my headphone wires. And then I'll go in, and then I'll give you like a password in case things get a little crazy, and then we'll send the team in. But we'll
okay,
got this,
we'll work it out later.
seen-
This is too much
yeah,
to go
yeah,
over on camera, but
Yeah, we'll work out the.
anyways, how you been? What's been going on?
It's been besides that little surprise, I got to start looking through my emails more often. But outside of that, it's okay. No,
Yeah.
it's tragic. I thought he was a decent guy at first. He was playing the music.
Well, I
you know,
prepped you.
but
He's kind of rolls deep with all the old heads. He's just fucking crazy old guy. He says he's a jazz musician, but it's more like R&B, soul type. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I guess he had some kind of like head trauma back in the day.
Yeah, he kept talking about that. I was a little
real
confused.
old
I
guy.
was
He's
like,
got to be like octogenarian, like Sleepy Joe age, that range.
Yeah, he's kind of all over the place. I was a little concerned, honestly. I mean, I was concerned for something new every other second. Honestly, he was all over the place, and then it started getting juicy. All the information started coming out.
I just wish we had the video and audio combined, so it just can't be contested.
Right. We'll get him. It's fine.
Because what they could say now is that some fucking Puerto Rican-looking guy was just doing a funny voice, and that it wasn't a person at all. Because they can say that now, that we didn't get the video to tie with, So you need the 1-2.
We'll figure it out. We'll
Sure.
get 'em.
Yeah, just my camera. Anyways, what you got going on?
Let's see. Well, now that you're here, maybe we could start the actual podcast outside of our sting operation.
Yeah, of course.
So our sting operation. So I was thinking earlier, speaking of criminals, I was thinking about the movie The Longest Yard.
Okay.
It's an Adam Sandler movie featuring a lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
was more inclined to watch it. It had like Nelly and like Terry Crews and like it had a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying? You
Like,
just watched this, or you're thinking
No,
about it?
Well, I've seen it a few times, and I randomly thought about how I think it's basically like the OJ story. Because in the movie, Adam Sandler leaves his house and his wife's there or something, and I think they're getting a divorce, which is the same as her getting killed or whatever, I guess. But he drinks and drives, goes on a little high-speed chase. He ends up
Mhm.
in jail, and they play football in jail. And I'm like, that's kind of like the OJ thing. He left his house where his wife was. He did the high-speed chase. He eventually got locked up because he's a little wild. You know what I'm saying? He was pushing his luck.
Okay.
Should have left it where it was. But I think that's basically what that is. The Longest Yard is just like
Now, I'm
a
sure
movie
a
about.
ton of people have seen that movie. I haven't, so you're not explaining it for nothing. You're not explaining the plot of a fictional movie that's been out for like decades now for nothing, because I don't know anything about it. And that's honest. That's from the heart. I don't.
It's wild. I've seen it at least 6 times, maybe.
Yeah.
I've seen it a good amount of times.
I have a few blind spots, Thankfully, I did see Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill, one of the better movies of his.
I saw part of that. What was it like?
Al Pacino's in it with in the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, and this is a fun time for the whole family. I've seen Click with what's his name, Christopher Walken.
Superman?
No, he's he was Shrek, but not Shrek, but Shrek in Batman Returns with Danny DeVito. He was Max Shrek.
Oh.
You seen what's the movie I'm thinking of? Fucking A, where he sits down with his son and talks about his military shit. It's a Tarantino movie. Anyways, never mind. I'll never get to it. He's a very famous actor. He's got a very iconic voice. He kind of sounds like this, and he talks very funny. and because of very,
Oh, it
Christopher Walken, you'll
sounds
hear
a
a lot of
little
people
familiar.
impersonate him because he's got a very, we could just look up a Christopher Walken video. I'll show you him. I think that's more important than what was the Glory Days? What was the movie you're talking about? I have no idea.
No, the longest
yard.
It was a movie about OJ. Wait till they make a movie about me. I need some big spectacle to occur.
Let's just take a look at this Watch Mojo. Are we gonna get claimed from a Watch Mojo video? I hope not.
Indeed, we are.
Hold on. It can't be that easy. I can't make it that easy for him. Yeah.
Put an ad on the whole podcast.
Here's the movie I was talking about. Now, what is this from? Oh my god! Like, what's the name of the movie in the chat? Somebody tell me because I'm blanking on the name. Was it Pulp Fiction? No.
No, that doesn't sound like what you described.
It's one scene out of the movie where it's like a flashback. I think it was Pulp Fiction.
I'm trying to remember.
But I feel like it was too new to be Pulp Fiction. Maybe it was. Well, let's see now.
I don't know. Nothing's coming to me.
Nothing's coming to you.
The Gamer's Loyalty app.
Let me share this with you. Sorry, I should have gotten all this. You can see it, right?
I can see it, yeah.
You never seen this? He's watching the cartoon. It's like a flashback. He's a kid. I think this is what's his face? Die Hard.
I've never seen Die Hard.
What's the guy's name? I'm just blanking now. It's like I forget one thing and then I forget everything after that.
Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis. This is supposed to be Bruce Willis as a kid.
Oh, yes, that is in Pulp Fiction.
So this is Christopher Walken.
Oh, he looks familiar. Yes, that is who I thought you were talking about. Damn, that was fucking Pulp Fiction. Oh shit, I forgot about that scene completely.
I mean, listen to his voice.
Made by the first company to make wristwatches. Up till then, people just carried pocket watches. It was bought by private doughboy Ryan Coolidge on the day he set sail for Paris.
Private doughboy Ryan Coolidge. It's a really fucking crazy voice. It's just insane. Like nobody has that fucking voice. He's really hamming it up, but he's done it all his life, so I guess it's his. Yep. So that was Pulp Fiction. Great. Now we know. Awesome. What else is going on? You said you watched, what was it, The Waterboy? What were you talking about?
That's probably one of his best movies, honestly. But no, another football movie he made. Well, actually got 2 football movies.
I know. What a maniac. He's got football movies. He's got a basketball movie.
Oh, yeah. I have not seen that, but he does on Netflix. Damn. What's next? A baseball movie? What, is he trying to be Air Bud?
What is he trying to be, Air Bud? Fuck.
Yeah. Trying to be Air Bud. Air Bud did all the, it's like 13 Air Buds or something. All the sports. Then they did Air Buddies. It's like little Air Buds. It's a little golden retrievers. That's what they are, right?
Something. Retrievers? I don't know. I don't know dogs.
I mean, probably, I guess, they retrieve the balls and do what they need. I feel like realistically a dog wouldn't, like, because it's here the dog comes and everyone clears the court, but, like, if the dog's playing, it's not going to beat a bunch of fucking people, like, you know what I'm saying? But then, at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I recall the movies being a little, they weren't really diverse, so I could see that, you know what I'm saying? But if a dog was trying to get me inside, ain't no dog beating me. Maybe football, because dogs are fast, but, like, dogs can't shoot basketballs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some out there that can, but they not going to beat me in a game. First off, dogs can't dribble, so...
My monitor just started flickering out of nowhere, so I don't know if we're gonna go down or what. But I was streaming for like 4 hours earlier on Twitch, or 5 hours actually. Yeah, so Like my monitor's a little fatigued right now. I don't want to push its limit, but I can work with one. Might not pull up too many windows, but we can just sit here and talk like gentlemen.
I like it, like distinguished men in society.
Yeah, I wore this dumb fucking hat for that interview, and man, traffic was just terrible. Just terrible, you know?
No.
I was going for Spec Ops meets, refined art house.
No, you look like a
Fashion
French
Week.
Special Forces or something.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted him to know I'm serious, and I'm going to ask tough questions, and that when Chris comes out of the closet over there, like I said, I had a coffee in there, some Splenda ready for him, because he likes to wait back there while they get set up and expose themselves. Mm-hmm. And then I was going to be here ready to go, and like Special Forces, I don't know anything. I don't know hand-to-hand combat, but I would at least look the part so he wouldn't try and challenge me.
Oh, yeah. That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He seemed a little off-hinge. He might have tried you anyway.
Really, you think so? That would have been sad to watch and great to watch on camera because he's a really old man. Like I'm talking like the dude shakes, without even thinking about it. One of those, like a Cosby type old, where you look at him and you could see what he used to look like. And I think he and Cosby actually knew each other quite well, which would have been interesting. Did you get into that with him? His relationship to Bill?
He talked about. I thought he was talking about Clinton. I don't think.
He was talking about. He probably was. He was talking about what, Epstein with you. Is that what you're talking about? So he talked about all. So if he was talking about Epstein, he definitely meant Clinton, but he also knows Cosby. Really, he might have some insight on that.
He's got them all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for the information. Worst case, if the information doesn't come, we'll have to set up another sting.
Sure.
And we'll go out there. We'll do what we gotta do to get this monster off the streets.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to go too terribly long because this whole thing with the monitor and me streaming for like 5 hours earlier, I don't want to fatigue my setup and have it explode. But I will say that we are going to be doing Mondays and Tuesdays now.
2 days. Welcome.
2 days, yes. And Tuesdays will still be at 9. We'll still be late, 8:30, 9, whenever you get home, basically. Mm-hmm. But Mondays, you're off. So I'll try my best to get off early enough to do this real quick. It'll be shorter episodes on Monday, but they'll be sooner. So we're shooting more for like 6:30, 7:30-ish, somewhere between there. And there'd be like, 30, 40-minute episodes. And then the Tuesday ones, we'd go a little later because I'm not as busy on Tuesday night.
I like it. Ooh.
Yeah. Just keeping y'all in the loop. So be on the lookout for Mondays as well.
Mondays and Tuesdays. 2 días para la semana.
What the hell?
Mis personas. 2 days out of the week. My Spanish is a little rusty, but it's sufficient. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, the way I excuse myself is, people that speak English slowly. I'm just one of those in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But
Sure.
people that like speak English, they just talk so slow. Like the complete opposite of me. I talk fast, but they talk like an eighth of my speed.
Yeah, right now I can't understand a word you're saying because of how fast you're saying it. It's really astonishing.
So yeah, it's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gift.
Mm-hmm. It is a gift, truly. Well, you got anything else for me?
I think I got everything. We could cut the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna thank everybody for being part of our sting operation and being you're at least audio witnesses.
This shit, man, I'm fucking everything up. I'm sorry. Keep talking though. They can still hear you.
But yes, I just want to thank you for that. And outside of that, I might have a little word for you. A lot of people
there we go.
A lot of people think that they're more capable than they truly are. A lot of people like to diss dancers or like gymnasts and such, but most people you'd get folded like laundry in a fight against one of these people. But think about it, these people are actually strong and coordinated. Half of y'all aren't neither of the two. Don't go challenging they're athletes. Both are forms of athleticism. Don't go challenging these people. What you don't have it in you. I guarantee you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like the dance moves I see people do, you don't know. You're not capable of that coordination. You don't have it in you. And the gymnasts, these gymnasts are strong. You think they just out here doing these flips and land on their feet? No, these gymnasts are on a whole other level. You can't touch them. Just leave it be. Just leave it be. You should aspire to be one yourself. You can't. I mean, I feel like don't fight athletes in general. I'm not saying all athletes should fight, but I'm saying they got an advantage on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can work out all you want, but do you have the coordination, the speed, and the skill, the mental fortitude? Do you have all of that it takes? You have it? You do. If you do, we're putting together a task force to gather Billy notes. If you want to be part of the task force and help take them down, just hit us up in the comments. Let us know. We'd appreciate anyone willing to help. Things might get a little messy, just because he's crazy, but things will probably be fine. We just don't want to be outnumbered. We'll probably be straight. You know what I'm saying? I'll go in there, do like a little quadruple flip on them or some shit. Who knows? I'll run up the walls on them. Some shit. But yeah,
all right.
That's all I had for you.
That's all you have? That was it? That was so short. That was like the shortest one you've ever done. What the fuck? Holy shit. You said we can cut the conversation. I don't have anything else to say. But you know what? Let's take 10 minutes. I have some things to get off my chest. We went through the whole outro. They heard the whole song, and now it's over, and we're still here. Holy shit.
Well, if you didn't hear it, hit me in the comments.
Okay. All right, Shaw. See you.
We'll see you tomorrow. Mañana.